June 8th, we're in Bend, Oregon. This aircraft had just finished refueling, and the wing clipped an awning, which caused a spark, igniting some fumes. And this is what we got: heavy smoke, heavy fire. You have multiple tanks of avgas you have to worry about. You have a building close by. You have the aircraft, people involved. There was no injuries on the ground, but a lot for firefighters to work with. They're getting multiple calls of heavy smoke coming from the airport. It was a Cessna. So you can see this Cessna is in bad shape. ARF had to get on scene. They went and put foam down to really try help cool everything down, suppress any vapors from the fuel spills, and then put out that fire. Even after fire was out, this plane had 180 gallons of fuel and it was still leaking after the fire, so they had to continuously monitor that. And then you can see how black that these tanks got. Many dollars of damage. I think there was $500,000 worth of damage to the pumps, to these tanks. So this aircraft alone is $300,000 estimated. A Cessna 340A, built in 1978, November 340 Sierra Whiskey was the tail number. And this is all that's left of it. You can see that purple is that potassium-based Purple K dry chem. The foam is all around this area. And then here's the tank. So I wanted to kind of go over all these little placards and stuff for those of you who don't know. But here we can start with 1203. So that's telling me avgas. Usually you can see it on the trucks itself, but here it has it plainly visible, avgas. And then that 3 down here, they're all numbered. There's 9 classes of hazardous materials. So if you see 3, you go down, that's liquids, flammable liquids, combustible liquids. And then here's that diamond. It's really faded, but this should be blue here. So red 3. So it's saying fire hazard. 3 is it ignites below 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The 0 means it doesn't have any reactivity. So it's stable here on 0. Down here is any specific special hazards. Will it react to water? That's something we would want to know as firefighters. And then that's why these placards need to be really redone during the FAA inspections, so firefighters can tell, because they wouldn't be able to if this was invisible like this. And then here, this one is blue. You can see it's a faded number 1 for slightly hazardous. So they need to update these placards on this airport, but that's kind of how these systems work. As firefighters were coming in, we're looking at all these things, and we use these ERG, Emergency Response Guidebook. Inside here, we can look up 1203. We can see what evacuation distance is, what's the flash point, and any type of hazards per whatever we're dealing with that we come across. So that truck that we saw running through is an Oshkosh 1500. I used to use this back in the day. These are from the 90s. Really reliable trucks. Here's a Detroit diesel engine. And the difference between these trucks and the newer ones is, so this is how the turret goes. So that roof turret you see right here, this roof turret, it's used from a handheld kind of joystick. You press this thumb down and it shoots the water. And wherever this is kind of pointing, you know the nozzle is straight. If you go here, the nozzle is pointing right. You can go solid stream, straight stream, dispersed. If you push forward, it manually does that. And then high flow and low flow, it's all with all manual here. And it's a lot easier. Here is what we use now on our newer trucks. It's all joysticks. So you got to practice a lot more, because whatever your joystick is doing, you have to see it might be a little bit off with the turret. Please subscribe if you like all these firefighter breakdowns. So back to the scene, we're checking out Bend Municipal Airport. I believe this is where it was here. You can see the multiple tanks. Here's that hangar close by. So I don't know, maybe they have to put some foam, definitely evacuate this whole area. But then here's that awning where the pumps were, and the aircraft was right here. So here it is, general aviation, and here's that aircraft. And again, here's the pump and the tank. So luckily, nobody was injured on this one. Firefighters did a good job, as you can see. Sad for the damage of the aircraft and of the airport property, but that's how it goes. So please subscribe to the channel. This is Arthur Keone. See you guys next time.